Another day, another story. Citadel Hill is a hill that is a National Historic Site in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. 4 fortifications have been constructed on Citadel Hill since the city was founded by the English in 1749, and were referred to as Fort George, but only the third fort, built between 1794 and 1800, was officially named Fort George. According to General Orders of October 20, 1798, it was named after King George III. Welcome to Tabo Eminent Channel. The first 2 and the 4th and current fort were officially called the Halifax Citadel. The last is a concrete star fort. The Citadel is the fortified summit of Citadel Hill. The hill was first fortified in 1749, the year that Edward Cornwallis oversaw the development of the town of Halifax. Those fortifications were successively rebuilt to defend the town from various enemies. Construction and leveling have lowered the summit by 10 to 12 meters. While never attacked, the Citadel was long the keystone to defense of the strategically important Halifax Harbour and its Royal Navy dockyard. Today, Parks Canada operates the site as the Halifax Citadel National Historic Site of Canada. It has restored the fort to its appearance when built in the Victorian era. The Halifax Citadel National Historic Site, located in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada, has a rich history that dates back to the 18th century. The following is a brief overview of the full story of the Halifax Citadel. Early history. In the mid-18th century, Halifax was founded by the British as a strategic military and naval outpost. The need for a strong defense became evident during the American Revolution when the American rebels sought to expand northward. To protect Halifax from potential attacks, the construction of the citadel began in 1749. Construction and expansion. The first citadel was a simple fortification built on Citadel Hill, overlooking the city and its harbour. Over the years, the fort underwent several expansions and reconstructions. The current star-shaped fortress, designed by Lieutenant Colonel Gustavus Nichols, was constructed between 1828 and 1856. Strategic importance. The Halifax Citadel played a crucial role in the defense of the city and its naval facilities. Its elevated position allowed it to control access to the harbour, making it a key element in Halifax's defense strategy. Military use. The citadel served as a military garrison and barracks for British and Canadian forces throughout the 19th and early 20th centuries. It was equipped with cannons, defensive walls, and military infrastructure to withstand potential attacks. Role in wars. The citadel played a significant role in various conflicts, including the War of 1812 and both World Wars. During times of war, the citadel served as a command center, and its strategic location made it a vital asset in the defense of Halifax and the eastern seaboard. Decline and restoration. As military technology evolved, traditional fortifications like the citadel became less relevant. By the mid-20th century, the site was no longer an active military installation. In the 1950s, efforts began to restore the citadel to its 19th century appearance, preserving its historical significance. National Historic Site. The Halifax Citadel officially became a National Historic Site of Canada in 1951. Today, it is managed by Parks Canada and serves as a living history museum, allowing visitors to experience life in a 19th century military fortress. The site includes reconstructed barracks, exhibits, guided tours, and demonstrations by costumed interpreters. Visitor experience. Visitors to the Halifax Citadel can explore the grounds, visit the various buildings, and watch demonstrations of military drills and cannon firings. The site provides a glimpse into the daily life of soldiers stationed at the Citadel during different periods of its history. In summary, the Halifax Citadel National Historic Site is a tangible symbol of Halifax's military history and a well-preserved example of 19th century military architecture. It stands as a testament to the strategic importance of Halifax as a naval and military stronghold in North America. First Citadel, 1749 to 1776. The English founded Halifax in 1749 to establish a presence in Nova Scotia as a counterbalance to the French stronghold of Louisbourg, which the Treaty of Aix-la-Chapelle, 1748, had returned to France. Halifax was a strategic centre during the next decade in the continuing Anglo-French rivalry in the region. 2. The English had recruited Protestant settlers from England, the Palatine, and Switzerland, and constructed fortifications to protect them against raids by the French, colonial Acadians, and allies from the Wabanaki Confederacy, primarily the Micmac. This conflict is known to some historians as Father Le Loutre's War. The war began shortly after Edward Cornwallis, appointed governor of Nova Scotia, arrived on June 21, 1749, to establish Halifax. He travelled on a sloop of war, followed by 13 transports, some sources say 15, that carried a total of 1,176 to 2,500 settlers. Second Citadel, 1776 to 1795. The first major permanent fortification were completed on Citadel Hill during the American Revolution. Built in 1776, the new fort on Citadel Hill was composed of multiple lines of overlapping earthen redans backing a large outer palisade wall. At the center was a 3-story octagonal blockhouse mounting a 14-gun battery and accommodating 100 troops. These works required that the hill be cut down by 12 meters, 40 feet. The entire fortress mounted 72 guns. Citadel Hill and the associated harbor defense fortifications afforded the Royal Navy the most secure and strategic base in eastern North America from its Halifax dockyard commanding the Great Circle route to Western Europe and gave Halifax the nickname Warden of the North. The massive British military presence in Halifax focused through Citadel Hill and the Royal Navy's dockyard is thought to be one of the main reasons that Nova Scotia, the 14th British colony, remained loyal to the Crown throughout and after the American Revolutionary War. Third Citadel, 1796 to 1828. Built in 1803, the Halifax Town Clock is a major landmark built on the eastern slope of Citadel Hill. The French Revolutionary Wars that began in 1793 raised a new threat to Halifax. A new citadel was designed in 1794 and completed by 1800. Much of the work was inspired by Prince Edward, Duke of Kent, the fourth son of King George III and the father of Queen Victoria, who was posted to Halifax as Commander-in-Chief from 1794-1800. The top of the hill was leveled and lowered a further 4.5 meters, 15 feet, to accommodate a larger fortress on the summit. It resembled the outline of the final citadel, comprising 4 bastions surrounding a central barracks and magazine, but used mainly earthwork walls. One bastion was constructed by Jamaican Maroons, who were transported from the Caribbean. Citadel during the War of 1812. Explore the role of the Halifax Citadel during the War of 1812, a conflict between the United States and British North America. The citadel served as a key defensive structure, protecting Halifax from potential American invasions. Detail specific events, strategies, and notable figures involved during this period. Life inside the citadel. Take a closer look at the daily lives of soldiers and their families stationed at the Halifax Citadel. Describe the living conditions, routines, and challenges faced by the military personnel. Highlight the social aspects of the community within the citadel, showcasing how it functioned as both a military outpost and a small society. The citadel in peacetime. Explore the role of the citadel during periods of peace. Discuss how the fortress adapted to changing military strategies and technologies over the years. Highlight its importance in training soldiers, conducting military exercises, and maintaining a constant state of readiness even during times without immediate threats. Restoration efforts. Provide a detailed account of the restoration efforts that took place in the mid-20th century to transform the citadel into the National Historic Site we see today. Discuss the challenges faced during the restoration process and the decisions made to ensure historical accuracy. Explore the role of the community and historical preservation organizations in preserving this cultural heritage. Halifax Citadel in World War I and II. Detail the Citadel's role during both World War I and World War II. Discuss its strategic importance as a command center, its role in coordinating maritime defense efforts, and any specific events that occurred on or around the Citadel during these global conflicts. Notable events and visitors. Highlight specific historical events that took place at or involved the Halifax Citadel. This could include visits by notable figures, ceremonial events, or any occurrences that left a lasting impact on the Citadel's history. Modern-day interpretation. Discuss how the Halifax Citadel is interpreted and presented to visitors today. Explore the role of reenactors, educational programs, and interactive exhibits in bringing history to life. Highlight the efforts made to engage visitors and make the Citadel's history accessible and enjoyable. The Halifax Explosion and the Citadel. Detail the role of the Halifax Citadel during the Halifax Explosion of 1917. Explore how the fortress and its personnel responded to the devastating explosion, providing aid and support to the city. Highlight any damages sustained by the Citadel and its subsequent role in the recovery efforts. Cultural heritage and indigenous perspectives. Explore the indigenous history of the Halifax Citadel's location. Discuss the significance of the land for the Mi'kmaq people and their interactions with European settlers. Highlight any efforts to incorporate indigenous perspectives into the interpretation and storytelling at the National Historic Site. The changing faces of the Citadel. Examine the diverse roles the Citadel has played over the years. From a military stronghold to a historic site, delve into how the purpose and significance of the Citadel have evolved. Discuss any debates or challenges faced in adapting the site to contemporary uses while preserving its historical integrity. Women at the Citadel. 1. Explore the roles of women within and around the Halifax Citadel throughout history. 1. Discuss the experiences of military wives and families, as well as any women who played significant roles in the Citadel's operations. Highlight how the roles of women evolved during different periods of the Citadel's history. Espionage and the Citadel. Explore any instances of espionage or covert operations associated with the Halifax Citadel. Given its strategic importance, the Citadel may have been involved in intelligence-gathering activities during times of conflict. Detail any known or speculated espionage activities and their impact on the Citadel's history. Haunted history. Investigate the stories and legends surrounding the Halifax Citadel's reputation as a haunted site. Share anecdotes, local tales, and paranormal experiences associated with the fortress. Explore how these ghost stories contribute to the site's cultural significance and visitor experiences. Citadel in popular culture. Examine the representation of the Halifax Citadel in popular culture, including literature, film, and art. Discuss how the Citadel's iconic status has been portrayed and interpreted in various forms of media, contributing to its broader cultural impact beyond its historical significance. Thanks for watching. Request you to subscribe the channel.